way of Will John.
People are spending a lot of time on ads online or on social media, more often more than they want to, not realizing the consequence. There was one study in which people solved math problems and got paid for their performance. Let's say $4 for a math problem. I don't remember the amount, but let's say it was $4. And they asked them to put their phone on the side, and they couldn't pick it up during the hour of the experiment. And from time to time, the phone rang or buzzed. So there's either a phone call or a text message. And the question was, how much was performance going to go down on the math problems? How much money they're going to lose? And how long will it take until the performance recovered? So imagine it was you and me, and imagine that your phone was now vibrating. What was the amount of emotional capacity that you would lose, and for how long? So people in that regard usually say correctly that they would lose lots of attention when their phone rings, so the performance decreases by a lot. But they don't recognize how long it would take it to come back. In that study, it took 17 minutes to come back. Now, it didn't stay at the bottom for 17 minutes. It started going up, but it took 17 minutes to get to full recovery. Now, if you think about this is another interesting study. They just compared the situation in which people's cell phones were on the table in front of their eyes when they were working, or they were in a drawer. And even just having the phone in front of you took people's attention, right? It's a device that is a constant distraction. And when we think about it, we can't say, oh, now it's not distracting. No, we still think about all the wonderful things that could happen there. So if you think about this, these are questions about the way we spend our time. And no, we don't make good allocations of our time.
I've come across that, and where it's reminding me of is a book by Cal Newport, I believe, Deep Work, which is something that was really important. I'm not sure if you're aware of that book at all. Okay, so that book, I'm not sure his title, or in any case, it's a book on exactly what you're talking about. He called that phenomenon attention residue, I believe. Mm-hmm. I believe it was called attention residue, and it's explaining the exact same phenomenon. The fact that every time you move away from the thing that you're supposed to be doing, what you're not able to calculate is how long it takes you to get back into that flow, that actual good part. And it's so apparent with the phone, but it's apparent in everything else as well. And achieving that flow is such a strange thing. We know it from sports. I've spoken about the times that I felt in flow while playing the sport. I mean, I feel like I'm in flow almost all the time on the field, truly, because there's no phone, there's no nothing. You don't hear the crowd, you don't hear this. You're not thinking necessarily about anything else. It's very easy to get into flow in those places. It's a controlled environment, and it's very easy to lock into what your goal is.